anybody here know what's going to happen to these things come next year?
No.
Tell us about it.
What's going on?
What's going on, I hear you ask?
What's going
The
on?
European government have brought out the Tobacco Products Directive.
What is that?
Essentially, a load of regulations that make these things, our e-liquids and our hobby, completely obsolete.
Join in, it's fine.
So what we have to do, actually we've already done part of it today. We've handed our petition, supported by Totally Wicked, into the Department of Health, somewhere over that way. Somewhere over that way.
Somewhere.
Out there in the far distance. London. Where the rainbows are. Thanks for that. Yeah, so our petition will be forwarded to Department of Health. Then they'll have to have a look at it and realise that 70,000 individual vapers such as me, such as you, have gone, we're not taking this. Listen to us. We're not going anywhere. No matter how hard you try to get rid of our way of getting nicotine, which is scientifically proven to get everyone off tobacco cigarettes. And isn't that what the government wants? I think so.
Yes.
They're very pragmatic there, Dan. So, as an individual, I've become a member of Vapers in Power. The only UK vaping specific political party.
In the world, Vivian, in the world.
I'm picking that up. In the world.
Yay!
No, it's in the world.
In the world.
In the world.
Don't do Clarkson impressions. Yeah. So Vapers in Power have the very good tool of being to be able to speak freely as they're a political party. And free speech is something that the EU Parliament, the Welsh Government, essentially don't want to listen to. I've approached the Welsh Government along with other vapers and they've just gone, yeah, alright, so what? We know better than you do. Right now, right now, the Health and Social Care Committee in the Welsh Assembly are gathering the results of their consultation. Last week, the trade industry went before them. The week before, the British Medical Association went before them, and both times they got the industry bodies got a grilling. This week on Thursday, many supportive people are going before the HSCC. So that includes members of Public Health England who are very supportive of our cause. Ash Wales, they're very supportive. And we've got Cancer Research UK as well, led by multiple well-known academics with the science behind them. The HSCC in Wales want to know the science, which is fair enough. Evidence is what they're after. So they'll take on this evidence. Will they listen? No. When they put out the consultation in the first place, 79% of the responses were against vaping ban there. Did Mark Drakeford, the Health and Social Care Minister in Wales, listen? No. Thanks. No, it's like a rhetorical conversation. So we as vapers and all vapers out there need to do their bit to be heard. That is why I'm part of a political party, because they have the privilege of free speech. So they have to be listened to. They cannot be ignored. unless all the powers that be know something that we don't. And right now, they know nothing about vaping at all. They think they know what's good for us. Do they? No. They want to take our right to choose away from us. Well, they take our right to choose away from us. And that's to choose a safer, scientifically proven, safer way of getting our nicotine fix. They want to take our choice away. I don't want my choice taken away. I don't think any of you lot either.
No.
So keep badgering your MPs, if you're Welsh like me, your AMs, and keep badgering all your friends who use e-cigs. Make them aware of the TPD and what it means to them. With the TPD, they're going to have a long waiting time to get new devices. They're going to have a long waiting time to get their new e-liquids. They're going to essentially be restricted to 20 milligram per mil nicotine. Now, personally, I've reduced my nicotine because I've got a very high-tech device. New switchers won't have a high-tech device because it may scare them. So they'll go for possibly a generation 1 or generation 2. So that's lookalikes and ones that look like pens.
That doesn't leak. Good luck with that.
But on these devices, they need the highest strengths to keep their fix contained. Without that higher nicotine strength, they will be craving like mad. So what are they going to do when they can't get hold of their e-liquid 36 milligram strength they want? They're going to go back smoking, and that is the overall aim of the people behind these regulations. Maybe I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, but tobacco funds governments. When you notice that a sudden 2 million drop in tobacco consumers, it makes people pay attention. So the people in power will be like, oh crap, 2 million people who used to buy cigarettes aren't anymore. Where are we going to get that money from? That makes them quake in their boots. So my personal opinion is that TPD was made behind closed doors because there was a lot of worry about money. No matter what you think, it's all down to money. It's not about health. We choose vaping because it's improved our health. Vapers in power are spreading that message because they're actually allowed to as a political party. And that's what we need to promote. It's not about, it's all about getting people off cigarettes. That's the ultimate aim. If e-cigs is one of the ways, don't restrict it into oblivion. Keep it free, keep it evolving. Vaping saves lives. That's the end of it.
For those of you that don't know, my name's Abby Cox and I'm the social media press officer for Vapers in Power. As Ridian has already kindly mentioned, we are the only world's vaping specific political party, and we're here because of Article 20, Section 5, Clause D. That's the clause that says that you can't talk about vaping. If it's interpreted the way that some countries are doing, it means you can't have a Facebook group about vaping, it means you can't have a forum about vaping, and you certainly can't have a vape meet like Vape Fest. And that's what we were created to help prevent. Essentially, in the UK, you do not have freedom of speech. It doesn't exist. We don't have a constitution. But what we do have is freedom of speech and freedom of community of political parties. That's why a group of ordinary vapers, you know, we're mums, we're school teachers, I work in a DIY store. You know, we're ordinary vapers, but we've got a political party going to make sure that after May 20th, 2016, vapers in this country will still have a way to make their voices heard. And that's what we see ourselves as. We're the public arm, we're the people that make some noise. So you'll see our posts on Facebook, you'll see our posts on Twitter. Every weekend we try and get out there and get people involved and get more vapers to understand what's coming down the line, what's coming for us. And that's why we're here. Will that do?
Come on, Sister, what a girl. Go on.
Brussels is twofold. One, the message it's sending to the UK smokers that actually there is no alternative to quit or die. And we know that a stubborn 20% or so simply are unable or unwilling to stop smoking. That is the status quo. That is the situation that we have. Vaping is the unique and mind-blowing gateway out off of that horrible cycle of quit or die, quit or die, quit or die, which just, let's face it, kills people. 1 in every 2 people who smoke is likely to die early from a smoking-related disease. My own husband died at the age of 31 from a smoking-related disease, so I get this, it's very personal for me. Now I was lucky enough to find vaping 6.5 years ago when I had the opportunity to try the then very bad early technology products, but to realise the proof of concept there. These products could work. If they could just be made a little bit better, they'd be awesome. But even as they were then, they were going to work. I was completely switched within 6 days of just playing around with kit that was pretty rubbish, to be fair, and juice that tasted pretty horrible. But it got me off the cigarettes. And now we have really good products. I had that opportunity. You all had that opportunity. What about the future generations of people who are going to be stuck in that cycle of quit or die, quit or die, quit or die? What's going to happen for them? Are they going to have the opportunity that we all had to make the switch and get a decent product with a high enough strength nicotine that can get you off the smoking completely? I was such a tenacious smoker. I was never going to quit. I totally quit by accident. And I hear this from a lot of people in the community, where you don't want to quit, you're quite stubbornly into your smoking. There is nothing that's going to convince you to quit. Fine. I did this on my own free choice almost, but I kind of fell into it. It was quite accidental, really. By the time I played around with my kit for 6 days and tried to finish the packet of cigarettes on the side, I couldn't do it. It was disgusting. It's like lighting up a compost heap. So that's how revolutionary this could be. But what about those future generations? If Brussels is allowed to just wipe this out now, we could be it. We could be the last lot of people who have this opportunity to actually find that escape route and join the train that's going away from smoking. So we've got to do everything we possibly can right now to write to the MPs, badger them, get in their faces and tell them your stories. Every individual story counts, and you need to make it count, because these people are your elected representatives. And the fact that some of them chose to go off to Brussels and say, oh yeah, that's fine. And then we saw Anna Soubry up before the scrutiny committee saying, oh, did electronic cigarettes fall out of the directive? She didn't even know what they agreed to. It's disgraceful and disgusting, and it's up to all of us to stop this nonsense before they wipe out the opportunity